There's a photograph that circulates on the internet sometimes, and it's possibly the saddest image ever taken at an American shopping mall. An Easter Bunny character sitting completely alone in an empty food court. No children, no families, no lights, just a person in a bunny costume waiting for kids who will never come. But here's what makes this photograph truly heartbreaking. Someone actually hired this person. They actually showed up to work that day. They put on the costume, they sat down, and they waited. For hours, in an empty mall, for children who never arrived. Think about that for a second. Why would a mall hire an Easter bunny if they knew nobody was coming? That's the question that haunted me when I first saw this photo. And the answer tells you everything about what happened to American malls. I remember going to the mall at Easter when I was a kid. My mom would take me to see the Easter bunny. We'd stand in line, sometimes for an hour, just to get a photo with someone in a fuzzy costume. I remember the smell of the mall. I remember the crowds. I remember thinking that this tradition would last forever. That every Easter there would be crowds of kids waiting to meet the Easter bunny. That this was just what you did. You went to the mall. You saw the bunny. You took a photo. You went home happy. That Easter bunny was part of the fabric of American childhood. It represented something: hope, tradition, family gathering, the permanence of the mall as community center. This photograph was taken at Westland Center in Westland, Michigan. The mall opened in 1972. By the 1990s, it was absolutely thriving. During Easter season, they would hire someone to be the Easter bunny. Lines would stretch for hours. Families would drive across the city just to get their children's photo taken with the character. The mall employed hundreds of people. There were seasonal decorators, character performers, event coordinators. Easter was a big deal. It meant money. It meant families. It meant the mall was a destination. The parking lots would fill up completely. That's how you knew the holiday was real. The parking lot was packed. But then everything changed. By 2010, foot traffic had started dropping. By 2015, anchor stores were closing. By 2018, most of the mall was empty. By 2020, the mall was essentially abandoned. Most malls would have just closed their doors. They would have accepted defeat. But here's what Westland Center did. They decided to keep the Easter tradition alive anyway, even though there were almost no customers, even though there were almost no families coming to the mall. Even though everyone could see it was dying, they hired an Easter bunny anyway. Maybe they were hoping families would come back. Maybe it was just habit, muscle memory from decades of doing the same thing. Maybe management didn't want to let go of what the mall used to be, so they showed up. They put on the costume. And they waited. This is the photograph that resulted. An Easter bunny sitting completely alone. No one waiting in line. No children, no families. Just a person in a costume, hour after hour, waiting for families who never came. The food court is completely empty. The decorations are sparse. The lighting is harsh. According to accounts shared online, the person inside that costume spent the entire day waiting, hoping, wondering if anyone would show up. They eventually went home. They were paid minimum wage to sit in an empty food court in a bunny costume for a holiday that no one was coming to celebrate anymore. But here's what makes this photograph so devastating. It's not about the person in the costume. It's not about the mall's failure. It's about what it represents. For decades, the Easter bunny at the mall was a rite of passage for American children. You went. You waited in line. You got your photo. You went home happy. It was a tradition that felt permanent. It felt like it would always be there. And then one day, without any fanfare, without any announcement, it just died. The tradition didn't end because people stopped wanting it. The tradition ended because the place where it happened stopped existing. The mall stopped being a community center. It stopped being a gathering place. It became just another empty building. The Easter Bunny was supposed to be waiting for children who would never come. And that's not just about a costume character. That's about the death of something we all grew up with. Something we thought would always be there. Something that represented family, tradition, community, hope. So here's my question for you. Do you have a photo from a mall that means something to you? A memory of a tradition that used to happen there. An Easter Bunny photo, a first date in the food court, a family gathering. Because these memories matter. This mall is gone now. But the memories people have of it, those are forever. Comment below. Tell me about your mall memory. Tell me about the traditions that used to happen there. Because as long as we remember, these places and these moments aren't completely gone. The Easter Bunny was waiting for children who never came, but we remember. And that's what this video is about, remembering what we lost.